Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max. We're here with another vintage cube draft. And this is going to be a fun one. We're recording live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/snapboltgames. So you can come hang out live. Again, twitch.tv/snapboltgames. I post all my content on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. So go follow me on YouTube. It's the best way to support me. So thanks so much. And let's get right into this. We have a interesting pack one pick one here. Um, Everybody wants to do pauper legal card stipulation. No, thank you. I want to draft good cards. Could we take any card? We could take Exhume. That'd be the only card we could take. That's so tough. I could take Underground Sea. I think I'm just gonna take Treachery. It's not as good as it used to be. Maybe Underground Sea is a better take, but Treachery is still just very, very good. Again, there's a lot of non-creature threats that are better than they used to be. So again, Treachery has definitely gone down from where it used to be like one of the best cards. Now it's just like pretty good. Maybe Underground Sea is a better pick if you want to win, but I like being blue. I like Treachery. Let's just lead with that. I don't like Copter. I just don't like having to play creatures to like have to crew Copter. If you end up mono white like with Copter, it can be good, but I actually don't like Copter. Okay, wow, there's like no good blue cards. Chandra's the first thing that jumped out at me. Let's look at the rest of the pack. There's a Llanowar Elves. Llanowar Elves, if we want to go mono green ramp, is one of my favorite decks to draft. Blue green is also really strong. Blue red is really strong. I like Chandra. Gearhulk if we want to stay blue, but that just seems so weak compared to like the other cards. Rockfall Veil. I always want to say Rockvale Veil. Rockfall Veil, Sacred Foundry, Black Cleaves as our lands. No. I think I'm just going to take Chandra here. Again, Llanowar Elves I think is the next best pick. But I think just with Treachery, and I do like Chandra. Yeah, Elves could be the pick here as well, but in Vintage Cube you can kind of do what you want to do. And it's like the power disparity between Chandra and Elves isn't like incredibly. It's like they kind of do different things, but it's not like I'm taking a bad card instead of Elf. And this points me towards like a pretty precise deck where Chandra I feel leaves me a little more open. Consecrated Sphinx I think might be the best 6-drop in the cube. I think I'm going to take it. I like Karn, but we're not necessarily doing that. I like these blue-red mid-range decks that just like play Planeswalkers, Jace, Chandra, counter spells, removal spells, and just like all good cards. It's really fun to play these decks. So let's take a Sphinx here. All right. Ancient Tomb, Skydiver, Suspicious Stowaway is the new what's that card? Um No Time for Restarting Games. Good one, CN Punk. Good one. If you were around for a different stream, I had 1 minute on my clock. I accidentally restarted the game with Karn and then won. I think I'm taking Thieving Skydiver. Stowaway is the new Merfolk, not Merfolk Looter, but the new Shadow thing that when it hits it loots. Looter Ilkor. Thank you. Um, but I think Skydiver is really strong in Vintage Cube. Ancient Tomb might be better, but I think I want to just take Skydiver and play it. It's just really strong. Everybody plays all their Moxes and stuff. Okay, wow. There's some cards here. I think I'm going to take Force. There's also Flooded Stray and Lightning Bolt, both of which are very good. Force is just so good at protecting yourself. Like, Force of Will is better than Force of Negation, sure. But having either Force or both, like, when you play against these like crazy unfair, whether it's sneak attack, whether it's storm, whether it's reanimator, having these forces really helps protect you from all the unfair stuff everyone else is doing, and they're just totally serviceable in all the matchups. So yeah, we're still getting good blue cards. Let's just keep taking them. I mean, I guess we could take a DRC. We have a fair amount of card types already. I don't really want expansion explosion. I guess we could take. I don't really want to take Brawl. We're not really going combo. I do like Lodestone Golem too much, but I feel like DRC could make the deck. if we end up like blue red mid range. So I think I'm down to take a DRC here. All right, I'm fine with Goldspan Dragon. It's just a totally fine playable. I don't want to Inkwell. It doesn't really look like we're like trying to tinker or anything. Our deck looks fine. Like we just don't have like power because we didn't open or see any, but we have all good cards. Treachery into Chandra into Sphinx. That was a pretty fine, like totally reasonable start. Don't want a really smoldering egg, I don't think. We have one instant and/or sorcery right now. I don't hate visions. Daredevil can be pretty good. I think I'm just gonna take visions. It's a blue card for force, and it's just like a slow ancestral. I think I'm gonna take visions over egg or daredevil. Egg is kind of sick in the cube just to just try out for fun, but I don't think it's gonna be that great here. All right, I'll play a Den of the Bugbear in this deck. Looks perfect, even if it comes in tapped. I think it's great. We're not necessarily splashing. I hate show and tell. 3 mana lose the game is not very good. I think I just rock fail. I could black cleave. I guess it's often like these decks are more likely to have green than black. Could Goblin Guide just in case we like end up getting a ton of red cards, but I think I'll just land. I guess Porcelain Legionnaire could make our deck if we have to. Nature's Claim could be a fine take as well, but it's just Porcelain Legionnaire. All right. Could Ferocidon here. It's fine. Probably won't play that either, but don't really want to play Faithless Looting, but we can take it. Maybe we'll play it. Who knows? For anybody either just joining or who missed it, that blue black curve league that we just played was a lot of fun. The deck felt pretty strong. Might have to play that deck some more. Yeah, I mean, we have to take Marsh or Mox Jet here. Just off color Mox is still Mox. If that wasn't here, I'd probably take Narset because then if we get any wheels, it's really good. But you will not see me passing Moxes or Soul Rings or anything like that. Like I'm still on the train that those are like all the best cards to take. So not close. Just gonna take an off color Mox. Be happy with it. Piece of power, good for our deck. And there's the Time Twister that would go with that Narset. Oh man. If we had taken the Black Cleave Cliffs, we could have grabbed this Mind Twist here. I almost want to take Time Twister just in case we get the Narset back. It is good to have both those cards. Yeah, Remand is kind of what I'm leaning towards as well. There's also this Phyrexian Metamorph and Corsi Portal. The upside of Time Twister is so high if we get exactly the Narset or a Hull Breacher. Remand is really good too. Remand's the safe pick. Time Twister is the high upside pick. Are we going to wheel Narset? I'm guessing no. I just don't think we can like plan to wheel a Narset. And maybe if we wheel Narset, we'll wheel Time Twister too. So who knows? All right. Miscalc seems great. Just slam that. Our blue red mid range plan coming together. And I think, I mean, again, I hope we don't have to play Ferocidon, but we could. We could also play a Porcelain Legionnaire. This card performs better than you expect, but it's not great. Chalice could make our deck, but yeah, Miscalc is really nice. Oh, nice. Now we have double force. I'm going to take that over iteration. I'm going to take force over iteration. Forces are so good in this cube. Iteration is very, very strong. It would definitely be the next take. I think Wheel of Misfortune's kind of unplayable most of the time. From what I played against it once and I was like, this card's not good. Oh wow, Grim Monolith versus Foth. Grim Monolith seems great in our deck, but I think we just take the blue card and Foth. Ah, man. Yeah, we have two mana counters and two forces. It's a lot of protection. I think Factor Fiction's exactly what we want. We don't even know if we're necessarily a Grim Monolith deck. For those that don't know, this is my favorite, number one favorite card in all of Magic. I just really like the art. I really like the card. I don't know. There's just something I like about turn two monolith, turn three six drop, and I just love this card so much. It's my favorite card. So you don't usually see me passing it. A lot of pack one pick ones I take monolith. They lead to a lot of good decks. All right, this doesn't really look like a Daredevil or a Hell Rider deck. Why did I say Daredevil? So, is this Verdant Catacombs foil? I don't think so. I could just take the Verdant. I could just take Mystical just in case we get like Time Walker Ancestral, then we could play it. That's probably the pick. Um, could take a Copperline Gorge. We already have one red green land. Could take a Verdant. Because then if we get like a Misty Rainforest or something, I guess it's not even good. Yeah, let's just take a Mystical. Wow. Molly D, but Sneak Attack still here? It's a late Sneak Attack. I think I'm going to take it. We saw a Kozlek. If that comes back around, Molly D is good, and I love Molly D, but Sneak Attack is like a whole archetype that I'm just going to take Sneak Attack. If we wheel a Kozlek, maybe we end up getting a Sneak Attack deck. Ooh. Mini Flame Tongue? Let's go. This card's good. Let me read it so I know exactly what it does. Never be embarrassed in Magic to read cards because sometimes you just have to. Red, red, multi-kicker 2 enters with a +1/+1 counter for each time it was kicked. When it ETBs, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Yeah, this card's great. Because you can just play it for 2 to ping a small thing. You can play it for 4 to deal 3 damage to something. And in the late game, you can just pay 6 to like, make a 4/3 or 8 to make a 5/4. And it's just like it scales pretty well, like given that it's a 2 mana 2/1 that pings something for 2. Um, I'll play a Gataxian Probe. Could take an Uro, but it's too hard to escape. Can't really hope to cast it with our mana base of no lands. I'll take a PO over a Blood Crypt. Looks like we're not going to be splashing in this deck. The Sneak Attack might not work out. Yeah, Probe is just a fine card. I'll play a Chalice. Don't want top with what we have. Oh, I was hoping Iteration would come back. This means we're probably the only blue-red drafter. Nice. It's a good spot to be. Love it. I guess this is more likely to be splashed. White cards going late. Have you ever cube drafted? You'll see white cards going late all the time. All right, so blue was a little bit less open there. We didn't see Time Twister or Narset come back. I mean, not necessarily. There could be like 3 or 4 color drafters and they just didn't take Iteration, but the fact that Iteration came back helps our deck a ton. If we get one more piece of power, then our deck becomes very good. This Sneak Attack is probably not working out, but we don't really need it. It's just like there again. Don't want to play this for Ferocidon. I think I do want to play this Channeler. Nice, we got another piece of power. Again, off-color power, but still gonna take it over, Upheaval, Worn Power Stone, Breeding Pool, Academy, Time Spiral. Not even close. Another off-color Mox is totally fine. Still helps you just like be fast. So yeah, this is sweet. Gilded Lotus can be good in the right decks, but just snap up this Mox. This is the most modern vintage cube deck you've seen. What do you mean, like actual like a modern deck? It is. It is very. It is like pretty like fair, like a modern deck would be. Okay, best card in the pack, surprisingly, is Duretti. Duretti is really strong. We could take a Gruul Signet. We could just take a Koth and play Koth. I don't think we can quite take Sulfuric Vortex. I don't think we're that deep. Koth might wheel. We could take a Memory Deluge, but we already have a Foth. I think it's between Memory Deluge, Gruul Signet, and Repeal. Because if we can wheel Koth, that's like more likely to wheel than one of these other cards. I feel like it's Signet. I think it's not Repeal, so it's between Signet and Memory Deluge. I feel like it's Memory Deluge. I feel like it's Signet. Even though it's off color, it's still one of our colors. And yeah, gonna just slam counterspell here. We also have one green red land. Probably not splashing, but nice. We have a ton of counterspells now. Really strong blue red mid range setup here. This is fun. I love vintage cube draft, and drafting is the best part. Frantic Search, Young Peasy. You know what? I think I'm gonna take Mox Diamond. We just have so many counters. Mox Diamond does get a little worse. Frantic Search just isn't that good. Mox Diamond is like, I'm gonna say it's one of the more underrated cards because think of it this way: Mox, where it says as the additional cost to cast this Mox, discard a card from your hand, discard a land. That's still pretty good, and that's exactly what Mox Diamond is. Like sometimes when you have like the two land hand Mox Diamond, it doesn't work. But like a lot of times you have like, you know, three or four lands, Mox Diamond three drop, or you just go Mox, leave up counter on turn one. It's still just like a really bad Mox, which is good. If we had taken Peasy, we could take this. I mean, maybe I just take Splinter Twin. Do we get lucky and get like, if we get a Pestromite or something, we just play the combo? We don't have that many more fresh looks. 11 cards available. We have a couple more looks. You know what? I think I'm gonna take it. Could just take Daze. Not taking Gush. I don't think I'm taking Opposition in our 7 creature deck. Daze is probably the correct pick, but I'm gonna just try to spike and twin combo here. All right, we missed. There's a 3 to reach. We can't even play this sneak attack. There's Sword of Fire and Ice. There's Avalanche Riders. There's, I guess, Figure of Destiny, which I'm not going to play. So I think it's Sword or Avalanche Riders. I feel like both of which I'm not going to play, but maybe Sword is more likely to make our deck, or at least our come in out of the sideboard. I don't think I want Avalanche Riders. Just take Sword. I could play an Abbot, maybe hit a land off it. Don't want Thassa's Oracle. Don't think we're really going to have that much mana where we need Basalt Monolith. It's just Abbot here. Nice. There it is. Let's go. See, now is when we need to let's go emote. Definitely playing one Deceiver plus Splinter Twin. 100%. Doesn't matter what we take here. I guess Time Spiral. Nice. I think I'm going to play Koth. Koth seems good. Sorry, Sneak Attack. Ooh, Dig Through Time versus Siege Gang? Both are pretty good. I think we want Dig in this deck. We have the Twin Exarch combo. We're kind of just controlled. Like we have FOF as well. Yeah, let's take dig. It's a late dig. Wow, we might play a young Peasy. Don't think we're playing Mystical Tutor here. Don't want the card disadvantage. I mean, we could play Steamkin as well. We have a lot of red spells. Whatever. Garrick used to be like pretty strong, and now it's kind of honestly pretty weak. Our mana is bad. There's nothing we can do. We didn't see any steam vents, any. We didn't see steam vents or Volk, and we saw some fetches, but we took good cards over them. But we didn't see the duels anyway, so those off-color fetches wouldn't have helped. There's also a looting here. Okay. So we need to cut a fair number of cards here. Probably want to play like 17 lands, including playing this Mox Diamond. So we probably need to cut like 4 cards. It's a lot of cards to cut. Guess we could side in Koth. Could not play Abbott. Could not play Peasy. Not play Steamkin. I think we want to play DRC. We have so many counter spells. We have a lot of like artifacts we can mill. We even have like an enchantment. How often can we actually turn this on? I mean, a 1-mana 1/1 whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil, is pretty good in our deck. We even have Dig it works with. I think I want to play Gruul Signet. I think this looks good. I think these are our worst cards. Young Peasy and Steamkin. Abbott's probably the card I would play out of all these. Yeah, this is 15 land, 2 Mox. I have the Moxes already in the side. So this is 15 land, 2 Mox plus Mox Diamond. But Mox Diamond doesn't really count as a mana source. Yeah, this is 7 creatures. But we have Goldspan Dragon, Consecrated Sphinx, we have Treachery, we have Double Force, we have a bunch of counter spells. So we're kind of a control deck. And we do have Twin Exarch. So we can just like wait till the late game, counter a bunch of stuff, and then find Twin Exarch. I think our win cons are totally fine. I think Channeler is the play. I think this is the build. All right, let's go sort by color. At basics, 8/6, probably correct. 2 off-color Moxes. Man, I kind of want to play even one more land. This is like 8/7 because we have a Den. Look at all these double reds. Our mana is so bad. We're probably going to lose a game or two because of our mana. All right, let's screenshot this and jam round 1. I usually take lands like really, really highly. It just didn't really work out that way with this deck. All right, round 1 against Alien Amongst Men. Nice. Alien Amongst Men. Cool. Okay. This hand is actually sick with Channeler because I can go Mountain Channeler, Probe Surveil, Mox Diamond Surveil. What format are we playing here? Let's probe them. I need to draw Island because then I can have Counterspell up. I could bin this, but I need to draw it. I'm gonna wait on Mox Diamond till oh no, I get to draw off probe. That's how broken it is. Path, Balance, Plains, Island, Banishing Light, Swamp. 6-card hand, bunch of removal spells. Let's go Mox Diamond. Remand. I think Remand's fine. It's top. Okay. If they want to just path right now, that's fine. Then we get to just get island. Yeah, and if they don't, then we get to start leaving up counters. Nice. What, are they going to try to go land balance? That's not even very good. We only have 3 cards in hand. End of turn path? That's so interesting. I think I just like... I don't want to remand path because it's a 1-mana spell. But I think I want to counterspell it. Then like they can't Banishing Light next turn. If they balance next turn, they have to discard a bunch of cards. I get to Surveil. I like this. I'm gonna graveyard that for sure. Now I just turn this on. Nice. Turn 2, Delirium. Let's go. 4 cards in graveyard. 19 clock on. Clock is on? No, we have a 3/3 flying. Now we can just remand a Banishing Light. Oh, Mox Diamond. Alright, it's fine. Alright, let's go Den, attack, leave up remand. Deck is functioning like just as expected right now. Sure, they can cast Banishing Light, then recast Banishing Light, but that's fine. Looks like they don't have a very good balance draw. Gonna remand this 100%. Get to Surveil, Graveyard. Yeah, like 1-mana, 1/1 Surveil whenever you cast a non-creature spell is pretty good. Like that's better than Young Peasy already. And then it turns into a threat. Ooh, dig through time. We'd have to turn this off, but it's probably worth. Especially because this is going to get Banishing Light anyway. It already did its job. It already surveilled a bunch, set up this dig. Nice. And hit for some damage. Love it. Banishing Light. Alright, resolves. I guess in response here, I guess I just dig, because then I get a Surveil trigger. Let's look at our list real quick. Is there anything else that matters for having cards in graveyard? Looks like no, nothing. Doesn't matter what we exile. I guess we could get DRC back. So we'd rather have like Artifact in graveyard. I guess I should have probably left Artifact Sorcery top because I can just take this. All right, I think I'm taking Goldspan Dragon Consecrated Sphinx here. They have a balance. So if I play a Goldspan Dragon, that doesn't even work because they have a creature out. Yeah, let's take Goldspan Dragon Sphinx. It's just going to be hard for them to beat, I think. I think this deck is actually pretty good. They can attack for 2. They don't attack. Oh, they want to stay back because of Bugbear. Wow, Force is actually interesting. I don't necessarily want to go Force pitch Sphinx, but because I can just hardcast Sphinx next turn. So they have balance plus 2 cards in hand. Like if they play something that targets Goldspan, I just get another treasure and I can just cast it. I mean, I can already cast Sphinx with the 1 treasure that I have. Night's Whisper resolves. And if we draw a blue card, I can just go Sphinx and then pass with Force up, which is pretty crazy. Creeping Tar Pit. The worst art. This is like my least favorite art in all of Magic. I love Creeping Tar Pit, but I wish they just... The other art is actually kind of sick. I just hate this art, and I don't like the border. Just hating. Okay. Let's go attack. Main 2, play Consecrated Sphinx. They can balance if they want. Let's add blue, blue. And then we can even hard cast force back up. Oops. I guess I just tap like this. Because this can add double blue. So we just have force up. Trigger Sphinx. Yes. Nice. Goldspan, pretty strong card as well. Jace. All right, I'm just going to hard cast force. Yeah. They just saw me clicking on a counter spell, so they conceded. Okay. I think we just run it back. They're just like Esper cards. I don't think we need anything. Could play Koth, I guess. They have Banishing Light. They have Balance. No, it's just... Is there anything I want to do against Balance? I guess take my time here. Do I want Koth? What do you mean Japanese watching me? That you're Japanese? Or that there are multiple Japanese players watching me? Do I want Koth over like Pia Kieran? Might be harder for like a control deck to deal with Koth. Sure. Kind of fun. Sounds fine. Hopefully draw some lands. 2 counter spells though. They're on the mulligan to 6. Just F6 their turn. Alright, Signet was a good draw. Nothing too scary. Chalice on 1, that's fine. I think I need to leave up Remand and Miscalc though. I want to Remand to try to draw a land. Oh, okay, well, I'm still going to leave up my counters. Next turn I can Iteration for land. I'll probably Remand anything. Okay, they're just not doing it. Land. Get Probe. Perfect. Land. Nice. Can't quite Gruul Signet and leave up counter yet. Could have cycled Miscalc. I still didn't want to. I'm just going to wait. Get Iteration next turn potentially. If they cast anything, then I just get to counter. Okay, there's Island. They have Mox Pearl in hand as well. So weird. They have Night's Whispers, Tide Hollow. They can't cast. Their draw just looks super awkward. Now might be time to cycle the Miscalc. Especially they have a fair amount of mana. Okay. Nice. Another land is good. Okay, let's go Mox. Gruul Signet. Den. Pass. Leave up Remand. Now we're just in a fantastic spot. I can Koth next turn, leave up Remand. Mana Vault resolves. Mox resolves. Like what, they're going to Banishing Light a Gruul Signet or something? That would resolve. I guess they still have Spell Pierce. Might need to lead on Iteration on our turn. I think they're going to Banishing Light Gruul Signet or Mox Jet here. So if I Remand, they can Spell Pierce the Remand. But I don't really want to Banishing Light this back to their... I don't really want this to be in their hand, because I want them to just take one of these and not like my Koth. So just let this resolve. Kind of awkward that they still have Spell Pierce, but I can just Iteration on my turn, like I said. Hit some lands, hit some more stuff. Sure. Nice. So now I can just play Consecrated Sphinx. They have these three cards that we know about. And you don't have to like tell me twice to play Consecrated. They don't have an answer right now. We know their hand. Even if they draw a black source, like we still get to draw two no matter what. This is just such a good card in Cube. It's still really strong. It's like it's a must answer or you lose. A tapped black source. Yeah, they're done. Counterspell, love it. Let's go land, Mox Pearl. And let's go Koth. Koth. Untap a mountain. Hit. And then I guess I just pass with Remand and Counterspell it. Maybe draw a Force here. Also want to play around Spell Pierce. Nice. Knight's Whisper. I can just Remand. Yeah, Sphinx is just like so good. If they Spell Pierce this, I can just pay. They don't have another black source. So it looks like their clunky Esper mana base kind of getting them. They let it resolve. Emery. They don't even have another blue source. Brutal. Just counter. We know this is their hand still. They're up 12 and they concede. Nice. Let's go round 2. All right, round 2. We're on the play. Sure. Turn 1, Channeler. Turn 2, Leave Up Remand. Turn 3, Iteration. We have Force the whole time as well. This hand's great. This is actually a pretty sweet Channeler deck, I think. I want to play Den, but I need to Leave Up Remand, I think. I'd love to not have to pitch Force to the Sphinx to this Force, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll Remand anything. I just hope they play something. Maybe a Path here I won't. Or like a Plow, but like most 2-drops I'll Remand. Remand, untap, play Iteration. Blue-white. Definitely Remand that. We get to Surveil. Mox Pearl. Mox Pearl gets us closer to Sphinx. But it's an artifact in the yard for Channeler. Let's just Graveyard. Force of Will, nice. Let's go Iteration. Surveil. Binning this is kind of greedy because if I don't hit a land on the Iteration, we just have to. I'm on a Graveyard. I want to turn this on. This guarantees turns on Channeler. Nice. We got rewarded. So I think I want both lands. So I'm gonna go take Mountain. And then exile Island, play Island. Attack for 3. Wow, we're just turning on this Channeler so quick. And I have double Force. Looking good. I'll let this resolve now. There's a Stirring Wildwood, sure. Now I go Bugbear, attack for 3. I can leave up Hardcast Force Negation or Hardcast Counterspell, plus another Force up. These counters are so good. Our mana is definitely bad, though. Vanishing Light. Hardcast Force. You can even Hardcast Force of Will next turn. Mox Jet. I mean, if I top this, I can just play Sphinx with Force of Will backup. Yeah, let's go. exile Ancestral Vision. Okay, we're in a good spot here. Really good spot. Considering we get to just tap out for Sphinx on turn 5. I think our draws have been like really strong. Oh, they're pathing. This is interesting because of Sphinx. Like if I go let it resolve, I can't cast Sphinx this turn because I have to like shuffle my library because of path. I guess I could say no to path because then I get guaranteed get to draw the Mox, play the Sphinx, and leave up force. Why don't I just let this resolve and say no? Draw Mox, play land, play Sphinx. I think that's the line. It's just too good of a line. Like we guaranteed get to draw 2 here. We have Force of Will back up. If they don't have an answer, then we get to untap with Counterspell. Yeah, it's just like pretty easy. Yep. Force that. And now we get to attack for 8, I guess. Not 10. Nice. Plan worked perfectly. Just turned on that DRC so quick. All right, so they're like Bant mid range. Kind of want Koth again. I think Pia's better against like aggro and Koth's better against like mid range and control. Sword of Fire and Ice could be decent, but we don't have that many creatures. It's just jam. They have Ancestral as well. We have Ancestral. I think we just keep all our counters and just run it back. Yep, looks fine. We need another red source to cast this Chandra, but our mana's terrible, so what do you want to do? Turn 1 Signet. Wow, their deck's good. Okay. No Jace on turn 2, please. Tap land, nothing. Nice. Right, I'm going to leave up Remand for sure. The Raven Inspector. I almost want to Remand just to draw. I think we're going to. They only have 1 white source. Off, nice. Jace? Karn. That's not great for us. Opponent is just off to a way quicker start than us. They Karn struck 3/3. Okay. So I can go Mox Pearl, land, Chalice on 2, play Signet, pass. Could resolve Foth, but I think I need to just set up my mana here. And then try to do something next turn. They're gonna play they can make another Construct with Karn. And then attack for a bunch. Oh man, that makes an artifact too. Jeez. Alright, opponent's deck is strong. If they have a lot of Signets, we see the Mox, they have Karn. Yep, their deck is good. Crack Clue? Yep. Looks like they don't have much else going on. Mox. Alright, well, let's just cast Foth right now. Hope it resolves. Oh, this is whack. I think I need the Mountain. So choose a pile to put into your hand. I'll take the Mountain. Go Mountain, Mox. I can go Chandra, kill a Construct. I think that's what I have to do. It's not a good line, but I have to deal with these Constructs. And then suspend Ancestral. Yep. We could still get out of this potentially. We have a lot of mana ourselves now. So we could draw like Consecrated Sphinx. Could draw Choose a card to put into their hand. Plains. What's our other good draws here? I guess Gold Sprint, Span Dragon could do something. Maybe Treachery. Not sure what else. We're in a tough spot. Mindslaver, okay. It's kind of aggressive. I can Koth kill the Karn now, but then they do have Mindslaver. This is actually not that bad. If they Mindslaver us, we might be able to beat that. All right, let's just go mana. Play Koth. Kill Karn. Oh my god. That was a huge punt. That sucks. This is the older style of card where it doesn't give it haste, so you don't have these feel bads, but we just got ultra punished. That cost us the game. I mean, we were probably gonna lose this anyway, but feels really bad. Like now they just can get Golos or plus Karn again. They're just attacking us. Oh, because they can Mindslaver us and then just win anyway. So were we dead even if we killed Karn? Because then they just go attack us, Mindslaver us, doesn't matter what happens, and then attack us again. Okay. I don't think it mattered actually. I think we were dead because of Mindslaver. Mindslaver, I guess, is just like a totally playable card in any deck. Just play it, 6 mana, suspend 1, and then often you win the game after you activate. Oh yeah, fine with the main. Let's just run it back. Be on the play here. All right, game 3, we got this. Nice. Thieving Skydiver should be great against them. This hand is really nice. Turn 1, Den, Channeler, Mox. Maybe we Skydiver on 2, take their Mox. That would be sick. Counterspell. I think I want that. Top. Discard Mountain. That also helps us Delirium. Yeah, and then if they Mox, we get to Skydiver it. If not, we get to leave up counter. We have land in the graveyard, which is kind of nice. If they Signet, it's tempting to not counter it because I can Skydiver, take a Signet, but I think it's still worth. Okay, one more land, we can cast that. We're doing fine here. Yeah, they kind of fixed the templating on Everflowing Chalice where it says cast with multi-clicker when you click on it, and it's kind of like safe now. If we draw a land, I could just get to Skydiver this. So tempting. But if I counterspell, I get to Surveil. I think I'm just going to let it resolve. Land. Force of Will. Force of Will is good. We're doing fine here. I mean, I just messed up the Koth last game, but again, I don't think it actually mattered. Still felt pretty bad, though. It's hard to tell which one was summoning sick. Got to be really careful. So now I'll counter pretty much anything. I really want to counter something so I can find a land and then Skydiver this. All right, let's just counterspell this. I'm going to bin anything that's not a land, I think. Maybe a Gitaxian Probe I could keep, but it's Graveyard Chalice. So we have land, artifact, instant, spell pierce. All right, I guess I'm going Force Pitch Sphinx here. Just I get another Surveil too, and I'm pretty far from casting Sphinx. I can reload with Foff. Miscalc, let's graveyard that. Might be fine, but I really want to draw land and just go Skydiver, take Signet. It's not a bad draw, but and taking Signet would have felt pretty good. Seems like most of their spells are going to be non-creature, so can just hard cast Foff here. I mean, Fawn. Oh my god. Damn. They play a creature. We could have just drawn land for this. And we're getting wrecked now. We even surveilled a couple things to the graveyard. Like the miscalc would have been a fine card to draw, but just tried to draw land. Got punished. They could just spin Urza. Tinker. All right, let's force of negation. I guess I can remand this, and then if they interact again, then I can force. They might just cast Tinker again, and then I can force of negation at that point. Mana drain. Mana drain targeting remand. So now I think I just force of negation, pitch Skydiver, and then hope to draw land for Fa. I don't really need the Boreal Signet anymore. I don't want to let Mana Drain resolve. Give them the extra mana. Let's force pitch Skydiver. I get double Surveil here. All right, top. Fact or Fiction will definitely turn on this channeler, or it should. They have 3 cards in hand. Oh, then Remand resolved though, damn. So they have Tinker in hand still. I fucked up. Now they can just tinker away their Signet. God damn. I'm playing like trash, honestly. Let's graveyard that. Alright, well, just take Treachery here. If it's Treachery by itself, I would take it. Surveil. Top. So they can tinker for Sundering Titan, but that just kills one of our lands. They tinker for Inkwell, that could be a problem. I think I fucked up on the force of negation. I should have just forced the... I should have just forced the tinker. That's what I meant to do. I was just a punt. Yep, and it's Inkwell, of course. Of course it's Inkwell. I guess I'm going Treachery on Urza, and then I can go spin Urza on the same turn. So this is still not over. I mean, they have a 7-11 unblockable, but it's definitely not over yet. Even have Koth as well. All right. Let's see. I don't want to cast Koth this turn, but maybe next turn. So I'm going to go Treachery, Urza, then spin right now. Get to Surveil as well. Ancestral Vision. Just graveyard that. I know I could hit it off Urza, but I don't want to draw it. They have Path. Okay. We're in trouble for sure. The good news is we can certainly raise here if they don't really have anything else. I just could have won if I force of willed the Tinker. If I force a negation the Tinker, I would have been in a much better spot. They're at 10. Like, they can't really win the race right now, so they need something else. That's something, but they can only attack for 7 and then 10. That's not lethal. It's a 3/4 flying, right? Yeah. And I can either go play Koth, attack with both, or just attack with Den at the Bugbear. Either way. Koth is worse against a counterspell, but... Oh, I guess I can't go Koth because I don't have any mountains to untap. So I have to just go attack with Den. Okay. But they need something or I'm winning the race. I can go pay get probe for blue, then still have 4 mana for Den. So I get to see if they have anything here. Even get to build my own preordain. It's tempting to top because then I can resolve Koth depending on what they have. I could just bottom, maybe hit a spell. I think I top. I think I top. Their cards are Mindslaver, Froth Titan. So next turn they get to Froth Titan. So I definitely want to just Koth here. So let's go. Oh, my mountain is summoning sick though. My mountain is summoning sick. So never mind. Never mind. I just need to Den. I still probably wanted the mountain so I can Koth the mountain next turn. Get in for a bunch. So let's go Den. Attack for 7. They can go Frost Titan. Tap down my DRC. But then they are at 3 and they die to Koth. Maybe? No, they have a Frost Titan to block. So they Frost Titan tap DRC. Sure. And I can't attack with Den. I'm getting hit down. So I need to. Now I do need to draw something. Goldspan Dragon. That does it. Nice. Top deck for the win. Easy. Had it the whole time. Nice. Never punished. Got lucky. I didn't have that many outs there. Let's see. Deceiver Exarch would have done it, I think. Um, maybe I could have gone Deceiver, tap down Frost Titan. No, Deceiver wouldn't have done it. Um, that was close. I don't know what other outs I had. Um, was that my only out? Um, Splinter Twin, no. Iteration into something, no. What about Pia Kieran? Oh, I sided that out. It was close. That was close. Wow. All right, let's go round 3. All right, round 3 here. Let's go. Let's try to trophy this. Um, this is exactly where Mox Diamond is not good. Oh man, we're on the play. This hand's just not keepable. This is exactly why This is the exact situation where Mox Diamond is bad. If we had one more land, we could go like turn 1 land, Mox, Signet, and go from there. But I think it's just a mulligan. Yeah, we can wait and just go land go, and then hope to draw another land, and then we'll be fine. But then our hand's not even that good, so we just have to mulligan. Okay. Well, this is much much better. We can just put back a. That chalice is ever flowing chalice. You might be thinking of Chalice of the Void. I mean, oh, maybe you're not, but it's not that hard anymore. They kind of fixed the templating. Um, let's see. I'm just gonna put back Pia Kieran here. Let's keep. I could put back Flametongue Yearling, because by the time I get red mana, maybe I'd rather have Pia Kieran. Just depends what we're up against. I don't know what's gonna be better. I think it's safer just to keep Pia Kieran, because we're gonna have to draw lands in order to cast our red spells anyway. Our double red. I think this is just a stronger card, like in the dark. All right, let's trophy this. Last cube draft, I basically played like trash, and still trophied because our deck was so strong. Okay, we're against Reanimator. They have a discard outlet and an Exhume. Geez, so they have a turn 2 Iona here. Okay, well, I mean, hope to draw a counterspell, I guess. We should be really good in this matchup with double force and a million counters. But I guess they have a turn 3 reanimate, so we have a little bit of time. But yeah, not feeling great. There's Swamp. Black Lotus, turn 1 Iona. Classic reanimator, right? Wait. Okay, I can put a Pia Kirin into play off Exhume. Don't know if that's going to be enough, but might as well do it. They have a 7/7. I have a 2/2 and 2/1/1s. I can. They're probably going to name blue because who knows? Hopefully they name red and I can just cast Skydiver by time. They name blue. Pretty far off Goldspan. I mean, we probably just can't beat a turn 1 Iona. I mean, I guess we can chump it a couple times. Not like this, opponent. Jeez. And then they can just Reggie next turn. Land Reggie. All right, let's take Miscalc. I cannot cast it because it's a blue card. 6-drop, nice. Let's go block, block, and then I think discard our blue cards here. And I don't think I have any outs to get Iona off the table with red cards, so let's keep a Thopter alive to chump again, but I think we're dead no matter what. Because we can't cast this Ancestral even. Alright. Brutal. I mean, we have so many counter spells. I feel like that should be pretty good. I could bring in Faithless Looting to like loot away Consecrated Sphinx because we saw Exhume, but that just seems so loose. Just gonna run it. Again, I like facing Reanimator in the finals. Yeah, they have Black Lotus, sure, they have discard outlets and reanimate spells, but that's exactly what we want to face against. So we can just break that up with all of our counter spells pretty easily, I feel like. Fuck. I can cycle Miscalc. Hope to draw a blue source. I have Force of Negation. Alright, I don't know. I think this hand is bad, but we have turn 1, Bugbear, Pearl, Cycle. We have a Force of Negation. If we draw Island, our hand actually starts to become pretty good. Duress. Cycle. They probably just take Force of Negation. Chalice is not the worst draw. Draw Island here, please. Let's see. I don't want to F6 because if they don't take Force, they might go like Black Lotus and Tomb Reanimate or something. They take Force. Okay. Mox Diamond Classic. Could it be any more classic? See if we get turn 2. No. Can't cast any spells. Our mana is bad for sure. Recurring Nightmare resolves. Force. Okay. At least we can force something, but they already have their Recurring Nightmare down. Frantic Search. Kind of want to just force this. Force Pitch Skydiver. I want to keep Deceiver and Twin, obviously, and I think Factor Fiction is a good card to keep as well. Brutal. Any land. Okay, they have nothing. There we go. So I can play Island and then just pass the turn and then go for end of turn Exarch into Twin. It's got to be the line. Nice. Okay, let's go end of turn. I could even Fa first, because they might have a counter spell. Let's just go for this. Tap down the island. Tap that. Then untap and go for Twin. Oh, I don't even have double red. Oh, now I do. Nice. Whew. It was a bad play by me, but looks like I might get rewarded. Nice. Whew. Okay, game 3, feeling good. We've had some sketchy draws here, but again, I like the matchup. Our mana is just what's holding us back. Yep. Just want all the counters, minimal threats. You can say lucky all you want. Yeah, that sounds great. We have a Force of Will, we have a Force of Negation, and we have a turn 1 leave up miscalc. So let's go Island, Mox Jet. Turn 2, we can go Den of the Bugbear untapped. Or we can go Island, leave up Hardcast Force. Pack Rat, miscalc this. Easy. I think I want to go Island, leave up Hardcast Force of Negation. Mox Pearl. Yeah, I still want to just do this. I can play a tapped Den of the Bugbear next turn, or even Mountain, leave up Hardcast Force of Will. Looks like they're black, splashing blue. Reanimate. Force Negation. 4 cards in hand from them. Iteration, that's huge. I'm going to go Mountain, pass, and then try to Force of Will anything, and then next turn just cast Iteration. Not in a rush. Rather spend 5 mana on this and not an extra card in the situation. Nice. Trophy in my sights. Let's see. I think I want to just take Thieving Skydiver, exile Factor Fiction, go Island Factor Fiction right now. Yeah, it seems good. I don't need to Den of the Bugbear yet. Can just play it later. Wow, nice. So they can give us like Sphinx plus Channeler or Deceiver, Island, Chandra is probably the cards. They put Sphinx by itself. They're saying I can't beat Consecrated Sphinx if I cast it next turn. I still think I take the 4 cards. Because if I take Sphinx and they like tried to level me and then they play a removal spell, I get leveled, but this way I just like have 4 more cards. So let's just draw 4. I mean, even if they reanimate now, we might be fine. And especially if they just reanimate Pack Rat, that's beatable. I can just Chandra kill it. I guess I can't quite yet, but I can't cast Chandra yet. Wait, let's see. I can actually. I can go float one red, Deceiver, untap Mountain, play Chandra, then plus make a red mana, Channeler. I like it. Let's just play everything. So let's go cast Deceiver, untap the Mountain, untap, play Chandra, plus add mana, DRC, Den, pass. Nice. They're not really doing much. We had a lot of interaction early. Miscalc, force. All right, play island plus Chandra for cards. Hit a remand. Sure. Let's just cast Pia. Suppose I could get Masker Wormed, but still have Chandra. Looking good, looking good. I guess I could have played Thieving Skydiver too, but I think holding it is better actually. I have plenty of pressure. Nice. All the mono counterspell deck got there. That was a good deck. That was a good deck. Double Mox plus double force with counterspell, miscalc, remand. That was a sweet deck. Let's go back to the list real quick. Yeah. Counterspell, remand, miscalc, force, buff, treachery, dig, and DRC was actually pretty sick in this deck too. This was like the best DRC deck I've had. We had like a lot of different types of permanents to turn it on with artifacts. We had sorceries, instants. We had a good mix of everything. Couple creatures. The only bad part about this deck was the mana, and we almost got screwed by it, but we were able to get there. So nice. That was fun. I can delete this deck. That'll wrap up this YouTube video here. Thank you everyone for watching. That was a really fun draft. Back-to-back trophies for me there. Sweet. We just 4-1 the Pauper League too, so great night of Magic tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out. For everyone on YouTube, till next time. Peace.